Thirsty friend. As he got up from where he lay, Ember started to peck at his flask. "I'm sorry, my dear. See, there is no water near." He got to his feet, heading to the path. Where was he going? He didn't need to ask. The traveller went onward to refill his flask. Through corn and wheat he arrived at the path. Ember ate a mushroom at last. It was in the same spot he'd passed. He looked in his kettle real quick. Rocks and sticks, his hat, the eggshell, an empty flask, and his knife. He ate no mushroom from that night. The tea spilt had dried up. Onwards he went to fill up his cup. Down the path, over a bridge, hearing the crunch of the twigs. The day was cloudy as Ember chirped. He didn't look to the sky to be sure it wasn't going to rain or pour. That's when he saw the trading stand, and there stood the boy with the bow, striking a deal, wouldn't you know. So the traveller said with boastful stride, "Yes, yes, that's your man. For a knife or sword in your hand, he's the best craftsman in all the land." The trader looked up and replied, "I'll mend that sword today, I will." The traveller smiled and waved. "Don't waste your time. My knife has always done just fine." He walked onward with that, 2 miles to be exact. When Ember flew off his hat, she took a left into the blueberry patch. The traveller saw Sue coming out of her shed. "Good day," he said. "How do you do?" "A good day indeed. I have more blueberries than I need. If you ever need some, you'll know right where they'll be." But it wasn't the traveller she looked at. It was his friend who sat on his hat, the one eating blueberries right out of her patch. Thank you," the traveller said. He walked over and kissed her head. Sue was taken aback. She'd never gotten thanks like that. Ember was finished and flew back, landed on the kettle and pecked the flask. "I'm sorry, my dear. Just a bit longer. The water is near." So onward he went, 3 miles to be exact. Ember chirped along on his hat, and they arrived at the bar with that. Potions of ale, there it was. In the back, the hole he dug. The place was brightly lit, and tables had no blood on them. He was greeted soft and kind. "Welcome, here's the best potions of ale you'll find." He walked forward a bit to the table where his knife once sat. "I would bet my life you do, yet I'm just looking for water from you." "Of course," she said with a grin, reached under the bar right then. She pulled out a pitcher that night, pushed some buttons on the till. "Would you like a meal?" The traveller pulled out his knife. "Whatever this gets me would be nice." The young girl had no need of a knife, yet she accepted the offer to be nice. "Wow, what a fine piece!" and made the traveller a sandwich to eat. The traveller and Ember sat in the bar all night. The traveller told stories of some old lady's life. When the time came, he filled his flask and started to walk the path, waving goodbye to Jill at last. "When I'm old and dusty, I'll be back." The young lady smiled and laughed. "I have enough stories to last." Ember and the traveller were off with that.